Hey, what is up guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG, and in this video guys I got a deck profile for you, and I'm going to be showing you a Zoroark Buzzwole list. Now, I did have this video already recorded, but there was a guy behind me while I was filming yelling non-stop, and a lot of the audio just came out really weird, and I felt like you guys couldn't hear me clear enough. And yeah, that was really annoying. So I am back doing this video yet again, but I have an updated list. Now, there's a lot of stuff you can change up in this list, so I just want to note that it's kind of a starting list, and it is down in the description below. But we're going to go ahead and get into it here, guys, starting off with a 4-4 line of Zoroark, of course, 3 GX, 1 regular. The GX, of course, has trade. Pretty much what you do is you discard a card, and then you can draw 2 cards from your deck. And then it has Righteous Beating for 20 times the amount of Pokemon you have in play. So that's pretty good. You can't do Trickster GX with this deck, so we're not even going to really focus about that. But Zoroark is just able to crank out a lot of damage. It helps you get through your deck a little faster. And it's just all around really a solid card. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the regular Zoroark. Now, the GX is really good, don't get me wrong. The GX is fantastic. But this Zoroark is still really powerful. It has stand-in. Basically, when it's on your bench, you can promote it to your active spot. And then it has Mind Jack for 10 and then 30 for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This Pokemon is just capable of one-shotting or doing a ton of damage, and it's just really good. It gives up 1 prize, and still to this day, it is probably my favorite Stage 1, like non-GX or whatever, that has ever been printed. I love this card. I think it's fantastic. So we got a 4-4 line, and of course we got the Zorua. I can't remember. I think it's like the promo or something like that. But yeah, so pretty much we're just going to be using Righteous Beating and stand-in with Zoroark here. And its partner for this one is actually going to be pretty interesting because we're going to pair it up with Buzzwole GX. So Buzzwole GX has Jet Punch and does 30. I forgot the attack name, I'm sorry. 30 and then 30 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Very similar to Lander's EX. It also has Knuckle Impact for 160, and then this Pokemon can attack during your next turn. But of course, we do run Zoroark, so we can get around that, which is really nice. Something to note there. But it also has Absorption GX for 40 times the amount of prizes you have left. So if you're able to pull this off really early in the game, you can do a lot of damage. And the thing I really like about this is, as I noted earlier, probably about the max you're going to hit with Zoroark if you're not hitting for weakness. It's probably going to be about 120 to 150. And the cool thing about this is Buzzwole can kind of just hit targets and soften things up, and then Zoroark can come in and finish up. Also, they both have really high HP and don't take very many energy to get going. So this is all around a pretty solid combination, I think. One of my favorites. I just randomly threw this deck together, went to a league challenge, I played it, and then I just kind of made some adjustments afterwards, and I'm still testing this deck because, believe it or not, I actually ended up really liking this. But the cool thing about these Pokemon is the energy doesn't really screw with each other except for strong energy, and Buzzwole can just kind of be that leading attacker that you can kind of just sit there and like soften up Pokemon, just hit them and go from there. And of course we have the cleanup crew, which is going to be Zoroark, and believe it or not, Buzzwole can hit for a ton of damage, and we're going to kind of get to how you can have some shenanigans here in a second. We also run 3 Tapu Lele GX, so pretty much what this is going to do is it has Wonder Tags. Whenever you play it from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card, add it to your hand, and go from there. This card is amazing. Also has Energy Drive, so pretty much it just does 20 for each of the energy attached spell to fitting Pokemon. We can't use Tapu Cure, unfortunately, but it is another attacker there. Wonder Tag is just really good because it just gives you supporter, and you're able to get your field started up. Next up, Epseon EX. I actually have one, believe it or not. I ordered one, but a friend is letting me use this one. So yeah, I really appreciate it, Lonnie, for you letting me borrow this, because I couldn't have played this in the League Challenge. But this is just in here for Miraculous Shine. One of the really cool things about Buzzwole is pretty much if you're just able to sit there and pick off some stuff and hit a few times with Jet Punch, is the attack name? Yeah, I'll get it down eventually. But you just pretty much can just sit there and hit with Jet Punch, or if you hit a GX Pokemon with Zoroark, and it's like late game, or they're just sitting on the bench, and you're just like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go for some prizes. You can use Miraculous Shine, and it pretty much just devolves the Pokemon and puts the highest evolution back in their hand. So, as you all know, a lot of GX come from like 60, 70 HP Pokemon. So yeah, that's really funny. And you just hit some 200 HP Pokemon, devolve it, and then boom, it just becomes a little 60 HP Pokemon, which is really funny. Epseon just really got a lot better as more evolutions came out and started, you know, increasing in popularity. This card's amazing, and it's so splashable because it does take a colorless energy, and so I definitely had to include it in here. This last spot, I actually ordered a Latios, I believe, from Shiny Legends. I'm going to try that out. to see how that works out. It's pretty much just Buzzwole's Jet Punch for DCE, and it's a Psychic type, so that's really cool. But right now I'm trying Tapu Koko. I figured the free retreat would be really nice. That and Flying Flip kind of matches what this deck can do. I have Buzzwole hitting stuff on the bench, and then I can have Tapu Koko come in, hit like a Flying Flip or two possibly, and just kind of put some more damage on the field. But on top of that, I mean, just the free retreat's really nice. I mean, if a Pokemon goes down, you can promote Tapu Koko, kind of get your field set back up and free retreat it, which is really nice. I'm just kind of testing it out, seeing whether or not I like this. I didn't really get to use it too much in the League Challenge, so that's why I'm going to try testing out like maybe Latios, or I've even contemplated maybe like a second Brigette or a fourth Buzzwole. This spot really can go to anything, just whatever I'm comfortable with, but that's what I got right now. And now we're going to get into the trainers and such. Starting it off here, guys, of course, with the Professor Sycamore. I don't really need to go too much into detail over this card. The same goes with N. Don't really need to go too much into detail on why those are in there. But for Acerola, I completely underestimated the power of Acerola when I played my League Challenge. I played 2 in my League Challenge, and then I realized afterwards that I might want to go 3 or 4. Now, this is very debatable. Just depends on whatever you're comfortable with, but hear me out. So basically, as I mentioned earlier, Buzzwole and Zoroark both take 1 energy to pretty much start attacking. Of course, it takes a DCE, and this takes a single fighting energy / strong energy to keep going. And so if one of these get hit, you can pretty much just Acerola, deny your opponent a prize, play it back down, do a bunch of shenanigans, get back to going. And it's just really cool that, or if something's just stuck up in the active spot, or if you have something sitting on your bench that you're just worried that might get Guzma'd up or something like that, you can just pick it up. Acerola is really good, just that prize denial. And you, like I said, Buzzwole Acerola is a really sweet combination. I really like it. It just, they hit your Buzzwole, you can pick it up, play one back down, or if you already have one on the field, you can just promote that one, throw what was on the Buzzwole previously that you just picked up onto it, and go from there. Buzzwole Strong Energy Choice Band is just insane. It's so good. But yeah, Acerola, I bumped it up to 4, and you might be thinking it might be clunky. It has been occasionally, but for the most part, it's really nice. It's really well worth it. And if you like to, you can cut it to 3. It just depends on your personal preference. But 4 is just, it's funny, and it's awesome. Next up, we got 3 Guzma. Guzma is just one of those cards that is becoming a staple. It's so good. And it allows you to get past your Knuckle Impact also with you hitting Pokemon and then retreating it and going to their bench. You have a lot of Pokemon that's just kind of sitting on the bench that you can promote up and hit after you Guzma them up, which is just really good. Guzma is a fantastic card. And a card that I really want to bump to 2, I'm just really contemplating thinking about it. I really want to, because I feel like it is so worth it just to get the field set up immediately. And of course, you guys, you do have the Tapu Lele Brigette combination, which a lot of people are so emotional about, but it's so good. So I'm thinking about bumping this up to 2. I'm not sure yet, but of course, do run Brigette. This will allow you to pretty much just open with Buzzwole, and of course, you can grab a couple Zorua or just whatever combination you might want. Yeah, Brigette, amazing card, love it. And for the trainers, we got 4 Ultra Ball. Pretty self-explanatory. If this is in your hand, you pretty much have a guaranteed supporter of Tapu Lele's in your deck if you're able to play it. 4 Choice Band, because hitting for more damage is really nice. We got 3 Floodstone. This is mostly in here because of the fact that, well, this has 2 retreat costs. This has 2 retreat costs. Stand-in is amazing. Yeah, there's Stand-in. Floodstone is amazing. Just that free retreat. Floodstone, really clutch card in a lot of different situations. I really like it. And you can kind of sit there and free retreat freely between Buzzwole. Next up, we got 2 Field Blower, just because discarding stuff is nice. You don't want your opponent to sit here and have tools and stadiums and such. Speaking of stadiums, something I saw someone else at my League Challenge was playing Po-Town. I wouldn't include a Po-Town in here. I'm not sure. I saw some noticeable differences in our list. There is just stuff that I just like playing. I feel comfortable playing certain cards in my deck. I don't know what I would take out for the Po-Town. There are some ideas that I've had, possibly trying out Po-Town in the future, just because Po-Town plus Buzzwole is just insane. But anyway, that's just something I kind of had as an idea. Just figured I might try it. Next up, we have Special Charge. This is really good because, of course, we do play both Strong Energy and DCE. So this kind of makes sense just to 2/2 or whatever I just said. Just to recycle Special Energy. I don't know what just came out of my mouth. I have no idea. I'm like not feeling well today. But to round out the trainers, we have Rescue Stretcher. I just like this card. You have a lot of flexibility with it. If there is a Tapu Lele in your discard pile, or a Zoroark, or the regular Zoroark, or just whatever, you can put one of those in your hand. Or if you have like a brutal Sycamore, or something goes down early, just whatever the situation might call for, you can shuffle 3 back into your deck, just get those back in there, which is really good. I like Rescue Stretcher, I think it's a cool card. For the energy, we have 6 fighting energy, we've got 4 DCE, and then we have 3 strong energy. The deck's really simple. I mean, how I like to play it, depending on if I'm facing Psychic or not, but I like to lead with Buzzwole, kind of sit there and do some jet punches, and the Acerola Buzzwole combination can sit there and annoy my opponent early to mid game. And then whenever my opponent's Pokemon are kind of just sitting there all damaged or something like that, I usually like to then switch it over to Zoroark. And then of course I do have Epseon kind of lurking in the shadows, waiting to come in and just make my opponent angry. Yeah, the deck's really fun. I mean, the deck's just really easy to play. It just, you attack with stuff, and you have Acerola, and you have some stuff in there to kind of go through your deck, like trade and whatnot. But I like this deck. I think it's really fun. One of the few decks I'm really enjoying right now. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. It is much appreciated, guys. And I will try my best to be back with some more deck videos. I've been really busy lately. And I have lists all like written down and stuff, so I can just go ahead and go switch some stuff out, get the deck built, and just go from there. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, you know what to do. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and this is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out.